Hi guys, so today I am going to be stopping in at the Goodwill, and since it's Wednesday, sorry, I gotta adjust my phone there a little bit. I forgot to bring my camera with me today, my handheld. So yeah, stopping in at Goodwill today, and I'm also gonna take a peek in at Community Aid since it's half off day. But yeah, I am excited to get out shopping a little bit and see if I can find anything. I feel like it's been a little while since I went to a thrift store, and yeah, I'm excited, and I'm totally in the mood to shop today. So let's just get going. Alright guys, so we are currently in Goodwill. With Goodwill, their music has been incredibly loud lately, so I'm doing what I haven't wanted to do, and that is voiceovers. So hopefully this video is, gonna be alright. This is my first time doing a voiceover. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm currently watching myself shop. I much rather like being in the moment when I'm shopping and what I'm talking about. Like these panties right here. Vintage men's underwear is definitely something to look out for. These obviously aren't vintage, but something to look for. Okay, so white aisle, never my favorite. These were some nice enamel bowls, set of 3. They didn't have like a maker's mark, but they did look older. This was like a mystery box. It did say giant plate on it, but it was taped completely shut, and I didn't want to open it up, so we'll never know what the giant plate looked like. There's a lot of photograph stuff always at the thrift store. These were just a set of plates by Johnson Brothers, and this was by someone named Sandra Boynton. I sold one of her pillowcases before. This mug wasn't in the best condition, and it wasn't really selling for much. One thing I did notice while at Goodwill today, and you'll see it as well, when I'm picking up these mugs here, they're marked $1.99, and usually Goodwill mugs are 99 cents. So I definitely think that their prices are kind of going up a bit. This one was only 99 cents, but I was seeing a lot of $1.99. This here looked older. It was definitely something someone made. It was kind of like a felted, I don't even know what you want to call it. It was a pheasant. I always say peasant anyway. The white on there just was kind of yellowed. These I was kind of just looking through to see if there were any handwritten recipes on. They were just books. But if you ever come across like recipe boxes or just old handwritten recipes, they can sell for good money. This was just like a storage stool type thing. It was pretty dirty. I think that's for pee. That was a cute mug. These were some nice like pottery pieces, just little pieces. I did decide not to get those. They didn't really go together or anything, so I decided no. Using a microphone, I feel like every time I burp or something, it's going to be incredibly obnoxious and obvious. Who wants a Snoopy snow cone? We all had that, didn't we, when we were younger? I remember those. I have no idea what that was. Some sort of cassette tape. These were some coasters. It looks like they came from someone who went to like a wine train. That sounds pretty cool. And I think that was to cook potatoes or something. I'm not entirely sure. These little plates were cute. If you ever come across those pie plates, the sweet potato pie is definitely valuable. The pumpkin and the apple, I feel like you see everywhere, but the sweet potato one seems to sell pretty decently. So this is me just going through the purses. I'm a touchy person, and you guys probably realize that when you watch my videos because I touch everything. But especially when it comes to purses, that's how you're gonna feel quality. Obviously you'll be able to feel what's real leather and just what is more nicely made compared to, you know, other cheaper bags. I didn't really find any purses that stood out to me. There were a lot of Steve Madden purses. Just no brands that I really kind of gravitate to. I was trying to see who this was made by, but it's just like a no-name type brand, I guess you'd say. And then just looking through the purses some more. I was intrigued by this down here because you see that stripe? It reminded me of the Gucci stripe. It was not Gucci, but I was thinking like, oh my gosh, did I just find a vintage Gucci coin purse? I about was like flipping out, but unfortunately it wasn't anything. That purse was really cute. It looked like a little corset. There were some chains on the side, and I didn't take a better look at it. I kind of figured it might have been broken or something. So, and there was another, yeah, that was a Steve Madden wallet and a baggie of fabric. So here I am just touchy. This purse here, this purple one, it's by a company called Wonder Sea. I've never heard of it before. It felt like a really nice purse, but the purses really aren't worth much. So, and this clutch right here is Banana Republic. It was very nice, brand new, but I decided against that as well. It was a really nice clutch though. It's hard sometimes digging in these bins below the purses because the purses are hanging so low and you really gotta like get in there and dig. I honestly would have so much fun going into Goodwill and like organizing everything. I think it would be fun. That purse there, Michael Todd, I think he makes like beauty related items, so that probably had come with like some makeup or something at some point. I think I'm almost done over here at the purses. I spent a lot of time over here because I really like looking at purses. I love purses and I like to sell purses. So that's why I spend time just looking for, you know, the good stuff. That looks like someone made that little John Deere purse. And this thing was really cute. It's a little backpack shaped like a house. And then that's just like a travel type organizer. So we're heading over into the hard goods. This thing here was obviously vintage. It's by a company called Playgrow. I only ever, I saw one that sold, but theirs wasn't new in the packaging. And I honestly don't even know what this one is because it's kind of rolled up. I think it's like a caterpillar or something. It was 99 cents, new old stock. I'm just a sucker for that kind of thing, especially, you know, the uniqueness factor. So I did put that in my cart, not that cup. These plates that I'm about to kind of pick up, those were so heavy. They were very nice plates, but I just didn't want them. So just more mugs. I was kind of taking a look at the bottoms to see what prices were on those. And again, $1.99 for those as well. This here, I think they had a lot of paint gloss. And that was just like a tray of some sort with palm trees. It was nice. Do you guys remember the Vanilla Body Fantasies body spray? I didn't have to smell that to know what that smelled like. That was a nice fragrance back in the day. I think they still make that though. This was a pretty little like cake display plate. Lots of orange stuff. That plate, obviously someone like painted it or made it. We're gonna start calling that initial wear. It just has people's initials on. This binder was definitely vintage. There was a purse over in the purse section that had that same exact print. Probably went together, but it didn't have like a name brand or anything. That little trinket box was by Things Remembered. And this looked like a Boyd's trinket box, but I don't think it was. I think it's a fakie. Sometimes these throws can do well. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell what was on that or what it said. It looked like it said anniversary, but I don't know to what. I don't always like opening stuff that is sealed at the thrift store, but it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at if you can't. I had to turn that upside down. Come on, how fun are those? Yarn is something that I don't really resell, but I know there's some yarn that can sell very, very well. I definitely feel like it would be more like your wools and your silks and things like that. I thought this thing was so pretty. It's just like an address / telephone book that you can fill. Do people still use those? I don't know, but I really liked the look of that. I thought it was so pretty. I got all excited because I saw this Fiesta box, but that's not what was inside. Someone was just using it to put their old dishes in. Would have been pretty cool if it had been filled with Fiesta dishes. Look in all the boxes. Are we seeing anything else on this shelf? I don't think so. It's like a box of wildlife cards. Some random dishes. And that's about all for the blue section. Don't think I grabbed anything. Over here, I did find something further along on the shelf that was pretty cool. Those were just like shower hooks. Again, this was like a recipe book, so I was just like looking inside to see if there was any kind of like handwritten recipes. And then over here we got some wood carved pieces, baskets, baggies full of just random stuff. This was a turkey tray. This was so pretty, but it's got a lot of chippies there on the side. So set that back down. The shape of this plate was so wonky. I really liked it though, but it was just one plate, so I set it back down. Oh, I was still in the blue aisle. Here I thought that was all I was looking at in the blue aisle. It's funny, like, okay, this thing here, vintage Sanrio, that was from 1997. Vintage Sanrio does very, very well. I've heard people do well with those like hotel shampoo toiletries, I guess depending on brand. I don't even think I looked those up though. I always do a quick look to see what for video games are on the shelf. There's usually not many. No one follows the arrows in the stores. The pink aisle, my favorite, because it's my favorite color. Found Anna's mug. That was a cute mug. What else did I see? Oh, this plate here. I thought it was like an actual plate, but it was plastic. And that was just some kind of workout shirt. And then there were some vintage pantyhose. I know some people do well with some vintage pantyhose, but when I looked them up, they didn't seem like they were worth picking up. So, but there were a lot of them there. I'm not quite sure what that was. It looked like a lunchbox, but like a dollhouse as well. There was a Rolodex there. I didn't even notice that. It's funny, like watching what you filmed and then like seeing stuff and not even realizing what was there. Those were silicone wine glasses. Those were kind of cool. They were listed for like $10. They probably came out of like a FabFitFun box or something like that. The red aisle. I don't even remember that strawberry. I have a feeling my dog's gonna start barking any second. I'm trying to get through. You can make boozy gummy bears out of that set. How huge was that cup? Oh my goodness. I'd be peeing every 5 seconds. I get distracted by the makeup bags because I am a sucker for makeup bags. I like the look of this. Like it has an ombre coloring to it. Very pretty. Don't know if there was anything else in the red aisle that really caught my interest. Who knows if those cake decorating things were stale. Sometimes the things that Goodwill puts out on their shelf is questionable. That birdhouse was pretty. Some bingo daubers.
I thought that wallet was cute too. This glass art piece, kind of phallic looking in all honesty. But it was broken. When I rubbed my finger across it, I could feel like a sharp bit. And this bag was filled with, it was by a company called Artistry, which I'm assuming is for like makeup, like a makeup artist. Because it had cosmetic mirrors in there. That was interesting. Just looks like someone's like entire bag, maybe for like special effects makeup or something. I didn't look it up. I mean, maybe I should have. There's my cards. I don't think that there was much more. Don't usually find a lot in the black aisle, but sometimes you get lucky. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for the haul.